All villages surrounding our area were on fire. Everybody started running. They didn't know what to do. There was no news whatever of any kind. There was no such thing as a radio or anything. So everybody was left for himself to guess and do. What my father thought was that we will go to the big town, Kajur, which was mostly a Hindu population, that we would go there and we will make a big jatha, and then we will go to Dera Baba Nanak and cross over. My father had a double-barrel gun, a Winchester, and he had a couple of these cartridges, nothing much. The rest of the people who had left their villages were either having, homemade spears, or what we call barchiyan or barche, or somebody had a takua, anything that to defend himself. But when we reached there, we found that there were about 10 to 12 people or maybe more on horsebacks, and they had guns and swords in there, and they start attacking. So there was nothing that people could do, and everybody who was with us ran back, started running back. All women, children, everywhere. And then my father was left alone. That thing sticks in my mind so clear. And I remember he was not a very tall man, but he stood there. And when these people were within range, I think hardly 150 yards or so, he fired both the barrels. And those people, the person who was coming full gallop on the front horse, he fell down, and then they all wheeled around and they all went back. So we got a little spite, and those people knew that we have got ammunition and we have got guns, so they didn't attack it. There was a policeman, sub-inspector. He had called all these chaps, and he wanted everybody to be lined up and shot. Now, this fellow was standing there, and he saw my father, and my father rebuked him. He knew that this was the end, that we are going to be shot. So he told him, कि तेरे शर्म नहीं आती, तू मुसलमान है, किस किस्म का मुसलमान है? So that man had gun in his hand or rifle, whatever it was. He said, तू इधर आते ना मैं ठीक कर रहा है. कौन है तू? So he says, I am Dr. Man Singh. You know what happened then? That chap was completely speechless. The reason was, both his father and mother's cataract operations had been done by my father. That Muslim Thanedar felt so ashamed that he said, Dr. Sahib, maaf kar do. Tusi idhar chale jao, je tusi gaye toward Dera Baba Nanak, tanu saaryan nu maar dena. So you go toward J&K. So, as per his directions, we started. Next morning when the children got up, there was nothing to eat, nothing to drink. We couldn't get up. So the whole lot of people, they got together and say, and there was a Fauji boy. He says, Dr. Sahib, आप ऐसा करो, ये जेडी बंदूक है ना थोड़ी दुनाली है, ये मैनू दे दो. So he exchanged my father's gun. Being a Sikh, my father believed him, and he went ahead. He took a number of other people with him, with spears and all that. And he says, "Tusi thoda aasta." We got a little delay. We reached a village where we found on the side a lot of dead people, and on the other side there was a pile of stuff which had been snatched, and there was one policeman standing guard, but he had nothing, no weapon with him. So we asked him. That chap had some humanity left in him. He says, "इत्थे तो बड़ा मैसेकर होया है और बड़े आदमी मारे गए ने, सो तुसी जाना है तो इधर ट्राई कर लो, लेकिन मुश्किल ही है तुहाडा इत्थों निकलना." And I saw the gun. My father's gun was also there. It seemed we were destined to be saved, because that man had been got killed, that Fauji had been killed, and that gun was kept by those people there. Then as soon as we emerged from the village, On the left-hand side, we found a huge crowd of Muslims brandishing swords, spears, and so on. So we had no other option. We had no idea about where we were, what was the geography, where to go. So then we started going in that, and chaps were shouting, Narae Takbir, Allahu Akbar, Narae Takbir, Allahu Akbar, and brandishing swords. I remember it is distinct in my mind how the light reflected from the swords. We could be seen. But deliberately my father fired a shot. Again another shot. So they knew, there were hardly I think 4 or 5 cartridges. We fired, he says, let them know that we have got guns. So that warded off their attack on us. But they kept on chasing us and we kept on moving at the fast. So by the grace of God and somehow we were able to, those people didn't attack us. So you can imagine what way we were. We first night we went towards Dera Baba Nanak, from Dera Baba Nanak back to Narowal, from Narowal up to Sankatra or whatever that place name was, then from there up on the 4th day, and then on the 5th night we reached there, crossed the J&K and Punjab border.